Hi, I'm Parijat Bezbaruah, and here is my testimony working with Sandip. So, a little brief about myself. I'm a graduate from Delhi College of Engineering. I got my mechanical engineering degree in 2016. And I have had 2 years of work experience prior to applying for my MBA. My work experience is pretty much divided, where I've initially started my career in data science, eventually moving up to corporate strategy role for DASCO. Um, so I met Sandeep in the summers of 2018 when I reached out to him. Prior to that, I had applied for MBA a year before, just to one school with a GMAT score of 650, and I wanted to just engage with him and understand what my chances would be like with just a mere 650 GMAT score. So my first interaction with Sandeep was pretty exciting. Like he not only gave me like hope that I have a good chance of getting a good B school, but also kind of helped me redefine my purpose as to why I should go for an MBA. Why and like help me find out whether an MBA would be the right fit for me. Um, Prior to that, I had experience working with different consultants, and what I really found was most consultants would listen, would hear your story out and give you a very generic response of what one must do to get into a top B school. But with working with Sandeep was completely a different experience, because he really listened to your story and then worked on my strengths and tried to negate my weaknesses, which was my GMAT score, and so as to create a very powerful profile for each B school. So everything was very personalized for per B school, like working from the SOP and every question, going through every story. So there was like a huge interaction time. We would probably spend hours and hours discussing and going through our brainstorming session as to which one what I have done and what fits best for this particular MBA school. This has been a really learning and self-discovery lesson for me, because I not only got to fill the most perfect application for most of the B school, but at the same time I kind of rediscovered myself, just having an interaction with him, talking to him about my life. Apart from that, just Sandeep has been a very great mentor and like a backbone throughout this application process. So I was also like preparing for my fifth attempt in GMAT. This time when I was interacting with him just before the application, and the sheer positivity that he brought into my life, that I can do it, was so important that in my fifth attempt I finally got a 700 score, and the cheer in his eyes was phenomenal. Like, to see how excited he was as excited as me to of having gotten this GMAT score. So yeah, so the starting having interacted with him for more than I think about 6 months now. He has become less of a consultant for me and more of a friend and a mentor who I really look up to. I mean, I am a part-time entrepreneur, and just having a call with him, discussing a chat, understanding how he got through his business, his struggles, and that really helped me understand my story, and kind of gave me hope that not all is bad in life, and then you can really work hard, and then work on your strengths, and there'll always be a victory at the end of the day. um, so yeah, so in short, just the sheer experience that I had with Sandeep was phenomenal. Um, Again, like when I compare him to any other available educational consultant, what I see is, number one, he gives you a lot of time. I mean, there is no time limit with him, like no boundary. You can just give him a call and talk to him with him for hours, asking him questions. And number two, he becomes less of a consultant and more of a friend and a mentor, who really gives you the power and the support through the application process, because the application process itself is very tasking mentally, because you would there's all lot like this sort of self-doubt, and maybe I can do it, maybe I can't, whether is this the right thing to for me. So there's a lot of positivity that he brought in me, like to through the application, so that I do not get so mentally tasked. And number three is service itself. It's phenomenal. Like, it's so personalized. It's so, like, I think to him, like he wants to be the best educational consultant in the world, and I really think it reflects on the way he gives his service. um, so yeah, I mean, this has been a very good experience for me. Like now just by interacting with him, like so I with him I applied for 10 schools, and I did get a very good response from most of the schools. I got the opportunity to interview with Foster. So even like although I had applied to more than 10 schools for my round one application, for my other schools as well, I would just reach out to Sandeep and just go like, hey, can you just help me? You do that, and he didn't charge me for it. He gave me a mock-up interviews for schools I didn't even pay him for. So it was very, the business that he does and he runs is very personal and very customized, and you know um, like I said, the entire application process is very mentally tasking for any individual, and this is where I feel Sandeep shined his best. Like especially with me and my family, like he has become grown more from a like an educational consultant to a friend and a mentor. Um, so yeah, I mean, given his background itself, he is a graduate from Harvard, and he is someone who understands deep human psychology. I feel that has been a very good reason why perhaps I resonated with him on such a higher level. Um, Having the entire experience, he was my guide through and through, and that is I don't think it would have been possible for me to like keep a sane mind while I was even preparing for my GMAT, doing my startup, doing my job, and then all the same time I'm writing my applications, right? So all of that, Sandeep kind of beautifully streamlined for me, like all the processes. He helped me put my best feet for every application, and so as in whole, like any of my friends who are out there, I've all like recommended him like highly, like to all my friends, and a couple of my friends have already started with the service and are really enjoying it. So yeah, here's my testimony. Like if I have to give Sandeep a score out of 10, I would give him 100 on 10. Like that is how amazing of an experience that I had with Sandeep, and I would wish him best of luck. Thank you.